Let's get it.
It's an absolutely glorious day here in the Carolinas. Absolutely gorgeous. I have ventured out to another area that I hadn't been out to lately. One that my wife and I used to come to when I was coming out of rehab. We came out here, well, to this neighborhood park and did our workout. They have a nice facility on the inside that we would go to and work out at Betty Ray Center here on the north side. I guess you would call this northwest, but all praises to the Most High. That's going to keep it interesting for ourselves and for those that might be viewing this. Venture out into different areas, different parts of the town. And like I said, it's absolutely gorgeous out today. Plenty of clouds in the sky, but it's a beautiful day. Nice and mild. I think it was around 80, 83 when I got out. And that's a nice mild day. It's actually, let's see, 82. Pardon me. And I do hope everyone is well today, as I am, and that you too are able to get out and enjoy this beautiful day the Most High has given us, in order for us to rejoice in and be glad, to enjoy our day. And I heard a teacher say that that's what we should be doing right now, to the best of our abilities. A teacher, Dwayne Harris, Amore Dwayne Harris, A Biblical Hebrew Awakening. They're on YouTube and Connect TV, Connect.org, and Connect.com. HebrewConnect.org, HebrewConnect.tv, and HebrewConnect.org. Those are all platforms he created for us brews in order to grow and enjoy each other, and as well for us to post our materials. And that Hebrew.com is more or less like a Facebook, somewhere we can go and post our materials and not get banned or get our views cut. But yeah, he's been saying that the last few times we've been in a fellowship with him, to enjoy yourself and enjoy your family while you have the time. Like Tupac said, some things are going to happen in the future. It's going to make it hard to smile. But see, I don't believe that as far as our people is concerned. The Most High is always going to cause us to smile. Like I say, to enjoy the days that he gives us. Rejoicing in them and being glad. And when you're glad, you smile. But I did have a thought or two today. And I say a thought or two because the Most High put on my heart two thoughts. And I'm going to read over them pretty much straight out for this one, because it's more or less a lot of reading. But it says, uncomfortable for kingdom's sake. Uncomfortable for the kingdom's sake. Once again, I'm dealing with a tag that's got me pretty much uncomfortable. But the text that he gave me, the first one is 1 Peter 12 through 19. And it says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. If you be reproached for the name of Christ, or Mashiach, happy are you, for the Spirit of glory and of Yahuwah rested upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, pardon me, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a believer, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify in Yahuwah on this behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel or the Besorah of Yahuwah? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful Creator. And I know I said my thought was uncomfortable for kingdom's sake, but I did have a second thought which had me today, or earlier this morning, and it was the silence of the Most High. And I wrote, sometimes Abba is silent, but never missing in action. And see, he was trying me, or should we say, like we used to say on the street, he was trying my face today. He was trying my face, not faith, face. Well, both faith and face. You know, when you try somebody's face, that means you do something right there in front of them to see how they're going to react to it. And I say that in jest. Not that the Most High was trying my face, because he's always working on building us up and getting something to us that's going to help us on this journey, or for kingdom's sake. But he was silent this morning, and it was very uncomfortable, to say the least. Because I think what had happened is I had gotten used to just going to him and being fast, getting his thought for the day and keep it moving, but not spending that time with him that I should, and that he enjoys, and that I myself enjoy. See, sometimes we forget where we come from, and we must be taken aback so we can reground, if I could say, or ground ourselves again in our foundation. And pardon me, I'm keeping my eye on my back. This is quite a little busy area since I've been back here in a while, but it's all good. Yeah, and I say I had gotten ahead of myself this morning, if I should say, wanting to get the thought without the fellowship. Oh boy. And see, that's very important when you're doing the work for the Most High. You've got to, pardon me, you have got to get your orders, but you got to report. You're there to get your orders, but you still got to go through the right protocol when you greeting a higher officer. And we can say I went in this morning without saluting. Oh boy. Or I went in this morning with my hat still on, going into his house. And you know those are two no-nos that you don't do when you're in the presence of an officer. You don't go inside a building with your covering on, like they say you're covering your hat. And when you see an officer, this is the worst. You better salute him. And see, that's what I didn't do this morning. I didn't go through proper protocol. So he went through the cat and mouse game, I guess you could say. He said, "Okay, you don't want to act right. I'm gonna withhold my presence from you, or my voice, because like I said, sometimes Abba is silent, but never is missing in action." And after I checked myself, I got quiet and I got still. I said, okay, this is not normal, and at the same time, those thoughts begin to flood in from old Hasatan. Because do know he shows up at the meetings in the mornings too. He shows up on the sideline trying to see where he can get in or distract or to speak his own word. But we have to be diligent in our seeking the Most High. Because like the text says, those that seek him will find him. But we have to keep knocking. We have to keep asking. We have to keep showing up. So after a minute, I said, okay, I'm not gonna exert too much energy as far as thinking about this thing. I'm gonna just let it be and just lay here in his presence and give him a little